Pre-loved shopping in Japan really surprised me because there were certain pieces that I thought would have great deals but didn't. And then the other way around, certain bags that I thought would be very expensive in Japan, but they actually turned out to be very reasonably priced. So it was a whole experience, and today I'm going to share with you some of my favorite finds, some of the best deals that I found, some of the worst deals that I found, and then I'll also share some of my store recommendations that I thought were very trustworthy to shop at, and also just some fun eye candy to look at. So let's start, and we're gonna go through it brand by brand. I have all the prices written down in front of me, so we're gonna do it the same way as in part one. And if you still haven't seen part one, you should probably go and watch that because it's also very informative. So let's start with Dior. Okay, so everyone always says that you should buy Dior bags pre-loved. However, where I'm located in Europe, Dior bags, they are very rarely priced under the retail price on the pre-loved market, especially if they are in a very, very good condition. Usually it's going to be just a few €100 difference, or it could even be the same price as the retail price or even above the retail price. So in Europe, it is simply not worth it to buy pre-loved Dior bags. However, Japan, on the other hand, is the place to buy pre-loved Dior bags. So, for example, I have this black and silver Lady Dior in size small for 528,000 yen, which is around 3,200 euros. The retail price of that exact same Lady Dior is 5,500 euros. So this is a great price, especially because the bag, it looks brand new. Also, in case you're interested in the mini Lady Dior bags, I didn't really see very many. Okay, so I think that it could be the most popular Lady Dior size in Japan. So if that's the bag that you're trying to find, it could be tricky. On the other hand, the large size Lady Dior was quite popular. I saw quite a few, and they were all priced around 300,000 yen, which is around 1,800 euros. And the retail price currently of the large Lady Dior at the store is 6,200. So for the price of one in-store large Lady Dior, you could literally buy a large Lady Dior pre-loved in Japan and also a small Lady Dior, and you would still have some money left over. So this is definitely a very good deal. The one thing that you have to keep in mind though is that it's the old version of the Lady Dior bag. So it comes with a zip closure and not a flap closure like it does now. So the zip closure is famous for rubbing against fingers when you're trying to access the bag. So beware of that. But other than that, an amazing deal. Okay, and then I have prices of some of the other bags that I saw. So we have a mini shearling Lady Dior priced at 418,000 yen, which is around 2,550 euros. A mini Lady Dior is usually 4,700 euros, and shearling is normally more expensive than like the regular leather. So I would say that it is more or less half of the retail price. So it's a good deal. I also saw a few wicker bags. For example, this small wicker basket tote bag for 437,800 yen, which is around 2,700 euros. I don't think that they have this basket bag anymore on the website, but I'm pretty sure that when they did, it was around 5,000 euros. Then we have a rose pink detail, medium size wicker Lady Dior, priced at 470,000 yen, which is around 2,900 euros. And now this one was definitely at least 5,000 euros when it was sold at the store. So I would say that it's a very good deal as well. And then we have a gray D-Light in the Tour de Joie in the medium size for 350,000 yen, which is around 2,150 euros. The retail price of that exact same bag right now in the store is 4,400 euros. So more than half off. Again, a very good deal. Then I didn't see very many book totes, but I would stumble upon one every now and then. And so, for example, I saw this one in size small in the blue reverse Tour de Joie print, and it was 195,800, which is around 1,200 euros. And the current retail price is 2,600 euros. So again, more than half off. a very good deal. So as you can see, Dior is overall worth it to buy in Japan, with the only exception being the vintage Dior saddlebags, because the ones that I saw, they were priced quite high. I think they were priced, yeah, so they were priced around 300,000 yen, which is around 1,800 euros, and they were not in a very good condition. So for example, I recently saw, I think it was on Luxury Promise, they had a vintage Dior saddlebag in denim, priced at around 1,000 euros, and it was in a much better condition than a similar one that I saw in Japan. So vintage Dior saddlebags, don't look for them in Japan. I don't think that, I mean, you would have to be very, very lucky to find one. So that actually really surprised me, and I thought it was interesting. Okay, now next up we have Fendi. And now, completely opposite to the vintage Dior saddlebags, their Y2K equal icon, the Fendi baguette, was actually priced very reasonably, and the condition of those bags was also very good. So there were two vintage baguettes that I actually considered buying. First, we have this, I would say, true blue vintage baguette for 162,800 yen, which is around 1,000 euros. The color reminded me a lot of the Hermes blue jean, and it's a color I've been thinking about a lot, but in the end, I wasn't brave enough to try it. Then another bag that caught my attention was this double-sided shearling baguette. And what I mean by double-sided is that it had the Fendi buckle on both sides, front and back. And it was priced at 217,800, which is around 1,300 euros. This was the one that I almost bought, but something stopped me. So I guess I'm still looking for that perfect winter shearling bag. The other Fendi classic, the Peekaboo bag, it wasn't impossible to find, but it also wasn't very popular. So I only noticed a few medium peekaboos, and one was in beige, and it was priced around 200,000 yen, which is 1,200 euros. And I believe that the retail price of this bag is 4,500. So that's a really good deal. I also saw a Fendi first in this like brown caramelish color for 253,000 yen, which is around 1,500 euros, and the retail price is 2,600 euros. So I think that this was a good deal as well, especially if you love the bag, because this one that I saw, it was in a perfect condition. So overall, I would say that Fendi is another brand that is definitely worth it to buy in Japan. And now let's move on to the next brand, which is Hermes. Okay, now guys, listen to me. Do not expect a bargain, okay? The prices, from what I saw, they were pretty much the same as they are in Europe on the preloved market. So do not expect a miracle. And if you see a miracle, especially on a relatively new bag, on an Hermes bag that is less than 5 years old, be suspicious. Okay. And I would actually very strongly recommend for you to buy bags only from very reputable brands, brands with impeccable reviews. The ones that I visited and I saw that also they had impeccable reviews were Okura and Comegio. First, I'm going to show you the bags that I saw at Okura because they were priced slightly better. So we have two Kelly pochettes in green with palladium hardware for 2,695,000, which is around 16,500 euros. And another one in blue with palladium hardware for 2,178,000, which is around 13,300 euros. Then they also had this three different color Kelly, looks like it was a special order with baby pink, fuchsia pink, and navy blue for 2,475,000, which is around 15,150 euros. Then I saw two of my dream bags, vintage box leather Kellys in impeccable condition. First, we have a stunning cherry red for 2,035,000, which is around 12,450 euros, which is not bad, honestly. I think it's more or less the same as the retail price in the US. Could someone please confirm that in the comments? Because I think it's very, very close. And then also a timeless black and gold box leather Kelly for 2,288,000, which is around 14,000 euros. Then we have a mini Kelly party, and my jaw dropped when I saw, I kid you not, three mini Kellys in a taupe and gold. a taupe and gold mini Kelly triplets. And so the one at the front was priced at 4,125,000, which is around 25,250 euros. Then one slightly more expensive, 4,180,000, which is around 25,600 euros. And the least expensive out of the three was 4,048,000, around 24,800. To me, all three of them looked identical, so I don't know what was the price difference about. Probably is the year of the bag, because the difference was really quite significant. So the between the least expensive and the most expensive, it was 130,000. So that's a significant difference. That's a Fendi baguette, okay? So yeah. Then we have a mini Kelly in black with palladium hardware in what seems to be Epsom leather, priced at 4,290,000, which is around 26,250 euros. Now I can't see the price on the gold on gold mini Kelly, but the gold on gold Kelly pochette was 3,608,000, which is around 22,100 euros. Then the blue Kelly pochette with palladium hardware was 2,090,000, which is around 12,800 euros. And I think it was the least expensive mini Kelly or Kelly pochette that I saw in Japan. So yeah, I think that that's the best price you're going to get. Okay, and now let's move on to the bags that I saw at Comegio, and they had a lot of new bags and also a lot of very rare bags, which I guess explains why the price tags were a bit higher. And entering a Comegio store actually feels like entering an Hermes store, with the only difference being, of course, that you can actually buy any of the bags that they have on display. So first, we have a vintage Mini Kelly in black with palladium hardware, priced at 3.7 million, which is around 22,650 euros. Then a Kelly to go with studs for 1.4 million, which is around 8,600 euros. Could this be somewhat close to retail? Because I think that the one without the studs in Europe costs around 5,000 euros. And the studs are definitely going to make it more expensive. So I'm just not sure how much more expensive. So if you know the price, please let me know in the comment section below, because that would be really, really interesting to know. And now my favorite Hermes bag that I saw in Japan, a red mini vintage Kelly with gold hardware, priced at 3.5 million, which is around 21,400 euros. What a dream it would be to actually have this bag one day. And now we have another mini Kelly party. And by the way, I really love that this store put all the color names on the tags in English. So that was very convenient. And here we have Verjade Blue Paradise with palladium hardware for 3.2 million, which is around 19,600 euros. A mini Kelly in gold with palladium hardware for 3.9 million, which is around 23,900 euros. A black mini Kelly with palladium hardware and studs, priced at 7 million yen, which is around 42,850 euros, okay? And then a black and gold for 4.3 million, which is around 26,300 euros. And finally, Bleu de Prusse with gold hardware at 3.5 million, which is around 21,400 euros. Then we have two very special Constances, a Constance with studs and palladium hardware for 6 million yen, which is around 36,700 euros, and a black Constance with palladium hardware, and it had this like flowery embroidery, priced at 4.5 million, which is around 27,550 euros. And I had never seen a Constance like that before, so this was something. Yeah, I'm telling you, like in the first part, I said this, and I'm going to say it again. It felt like visiting handbag museums, okay? It was really very interesting to see. So then they also had two black and gold shiny croc Constances. The price of the Constance 18 wasn't visible, but the price of the Constance 24 was 4.2 million, which is around 25,700 euros. I see I also have a Rose Sakura Constance in the background with palladium hardware in the picture, and it was 2.3 million, which is around 14,100 euros. And the green Constance also also with palladium hardware for 1.9 million, which is around 11,600 euros. And then Jean Wilton with palladium hardware for 2.2 million, which is around 13,500 euros. Then they also had this work of art, the Birkin with the like leather fringe in black with palladium hardware for 7 million yen, which is again around 42,850 euros. Really, really curious about the retail price of this bag. So if you have the tea, please spill it all in the comment section below, okay? If you have any of the retail prices of these bags, please let me know. I am so, so curious to know what's the retail price. And then we have a Kelly Dance with fringe, also black with palladium for 3.7 million, which is around 22,650 euros. And then I also very randomly on a street in Osaka or Osaka, I don't know how to pronounce it, okay? So I keep pronouncing it both ways, but yeah, I saw my first ever Himalayan Birkin. I mean, I didn't even go inside to ask about the price, so I'm sorry, I don't have the price. But I mean, for me as a handbag lover, to see the mother of all handbags is just something that I'll never forget. So if this is a bag that you're looking for, you could potentially have hope to find it in Japan. And now my overall thoughts on buying Hermes bags in Japan, well, I think that the prices speak for themselves. I think that the prices are very, very similar to the prices that are here in Europe. So for me personally, I don't think that they were worth it. Of course, again, if you're looking for something very rare that you can't find anywhere else, it's going to be worth it. And it's most likely going to be in an impeccable condition. But if you just want to buy yourself, I don't know, a Kelly 25 in black and gold, is going to be expensive. Okay, and now moving on to the final brand, which is Cartier. And so, just like I was saying in the other video, in the first part, how there were girls in every single pre-loved store trying on vintage black and gold Chanel classic flaps, the same situation was with the Cartier Panthère watches. So, excuse my pronunciation, okay? I am not French. But yeah, so for example, I saw the Panther watch in the medium size, all stainless steel. It was priced at 497,200 yen, which is around 3,050 euros, and the retail price is 4,750. So it's almost 2,000 euros less expensive. So that's a good deal. If you like the Panther watch, I think it's worth it to buy it in Japan. And then I also saw one in size small with diamonds, all stainless steel, for 1,356,300 yen, which is around 8,300 euros. And the retail price is 9,150. So here the difference wasn't as significant, so not worth it. And then I had also seen a small Panther all gold with diamonds priced at 2,013,000, which is around 12,300 euros, and the retail price currently at Cartier is 30,100 euros. So if you want the gold Panther watch, it is worth it, okay? This is more than half off. And then I had also seen the small gold and stainless steel combo Panther with diamonds priced at 1,320,000 yen, which is around 8,100 euros. And the retail price of that watch is 13,000 euros. So a 5,000 euro discount is a good discount. I would say that this is also definitely worth it. Then another very popular watch was the Cartier Tank, and this one I saw was priced at 385,000 yen, which is around 2,350 euros, and the retail price of this watch is currently 4,000 euros, so half off. I had seen quite a few more tanks. Some of them were priced at around 300,000, which is around 1,900 euros, and others were closer to 500,000 yen, which is around 3,000 euros. So you can find a tank between 2 to 3,000 euros, still at least €1,000 discount from the retail price. And now finally, I also wanted to include some of the Chanel bags that I accidentally forgot to include in the first part. So we have this peachy pink caviar small classic flap priced at 987,800 yen, which is around 6,050 euros. I think that's a good deal. Then we have an iridescent lilac small cocoa handle priced at 638,000, which is around 3,900 euros. I think that this was also a very good deal. Another cocoa handle in like this bronze gold in size small for 745,800 yen, which is around 4,500. I'm pretty sure that the small cocoa handle currently retails for 5,900. So I would say that this is, once again, it's not like a very good deal, but if you're looking for a cocoa handle, it was in a perfect condition. I would say go for it. Then we have a true collector's piece. This graffiti classic flap priced at 745,800, which is around 4,500 euros. Then a blue sequin flap bag that kind of looks like a waterfall, priced at 393,800, which is around 2,400 euros. And then under it, there is a red square mini in chevron, priced at 503,800 yen, which is around 3,100 euros. If you like red, if you like the square mini, if you like chevron, this is a very good deal. And this was also one of my absolute favorite vintage bags that I found, the Raffia Classic Flap, priced at 657,800 yen, which is around 4,000 euros. This, I think that this is 100% worth it. It's a very special bag. Raffia bags usually hold their value, and I'm pretty sure that this was vintage Chanel. So it is very possible that it could have also had the 24K plated gold hardware. This was, yeah, this one was very beautiful. And then we have this like pearly, like dark lilac classic flap priced at 910,800 yen, which is around 5,600 euros. Again, I think that this is a very good price. So Chanel bags, especially seasonal bags, you're going to find good deals. Classics, you have to watch part one to hear about those. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this was useful. And as always, stay safe, everyone. I hope I'll see you again soon.